you, Senator. Senator Cortez Masto.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations to nominees. Welcome to your family that are both here and joining us virtually. Let me start with Ms. Touton. Yes, we're going to start and talk about water in the West because, as you well know, it is an important issue we're dealing with right now. On August 16th, Bureau of Reclamation released the Colorado River Basin August projections, which, as you know, are used to set annual water allocations for both Lake Powell and Lake Mead for next year. And as expected, Bureau of Reclamation declared a Tier 1 shortage condition for Lake Mead. Under those conditions, the associated water allocation includes cuts for the lower basin that would be implemented in January 2022. So, Ms. Touton, what does this mean, this shortage mean for the western states? And if confirmed, how will you go about working with the Colorado River Basin states to mitigate against drought and adapt to water reductions?
Thank you for that question, Senator. First, I'd like to thank your leadership in getting the Drought Contingency Plan enacted last Congress, because that was a tool that we were able to use that built upon existing agreements within the states and utilize it as soon as it was enacted to help shore up the levels in Lake Mead and Lake Powell. And those efforts, while we've declared our first shortage in the river, the efforts that we've taken under DCP have stopped a shortage from happening sooner. But what's important is while we have this declared shortage, the first one in the lower Colorado River Basin, it's also the first shortage that Mexico is taking under our treaty. It is something that we've planned for. And so in moving forward on how we operate within till 2026, we commit to working with you and certainly commit to working with the states and all stakeholders that are interested in the Colorado River.
Thank you. And just recently, if passed, the Senate's bipartisan infrastructure package would invest $8.3 billion for Western water infrastructure, including $450 million that I was able to include to create large-scale water recycling facilities, plus $300 million to implement the Drought Contingency Plan. Can you talk a little bit about how the BOR is utilizing these existing drought authorities and how you will utilize these funds in the future?
Thank you for this committee's support of the Bureau of Reclamation as part of the infrastructure plan. The $450 million in large-scale water recycling is a tool that helps us to build resiliency because every drop of water that we can conserve or reuse is a drop of water that we can keep behind our reservoirs. Especially the $300 million in drought contingency planning and us being able to partner with the states to take on more conservation efforts and more programs where we can help to shore up these critical levels at Lake Mead and Lake Powell. And if confirmed, I commit to working with you and all members of this Congress to ensure that those provisions and all of the provisions in the infrastructure bill.
Thank you. And then the administration recently launched an interagency drought relief working group. Can you share with the committee the near-term actions that the working group plans to take?
Thank you. The Drought Interagency Working Group is chaired by the Department of Interior and the United States Department of Agriculture. And it's important because it brings our resources, both financially and technical, to target specific areas. A good example of that this year is us, the Bureau of Reclamation, bringing our resources to the Klamath Project, being coupled with the resources of the Department of Agriculture. And so it's just a good forum and opportunity where we can really target areas that need assistance and bring the full weight of the federal government behind that.